Your Honor, he intends to stand silent.
Right now on Up with KREM, an escaped inmate accused of murder. The latest on his case and his new high-profile attorney.
Tracking a few isolated thunderstorms just for the mountains today, though closer to Spokane for Saturday afternoon.
And a big community celebration is happening this weekend in Spokane. I'll give you a hint. It involves backpacks, shoes, and I'll tell you all about it throughout the morning.
Up with KREM begins now.
Well, good morning, everyone. It is 6 a.m. on this Friday morning. Thanks so much for joining us here on Up with KREM. I'm Channing Curtis. Let's get right over to the Weather Center with meteorologist Thomas Patrick, because Thomas, we got to know what the forecast is going to have in store for us this weekend. A lot is happening throughout the inland Northwest.
Yeah, I was going to say, based on all the community calendars, this is going to be a jam-packed weekend for the inland Northwest. Forecast looking pretty nice, but want to make sure that everybody is still aware of the chance for any thunderstorms on Saturday afternoon. It's a low chance, but it's just not 0%. Looking beautiful out there at Silver Mountain this morning, and it is mild. 69 degrees is our current temperature. We have some high-level cloud cover overhead, which might make the observation technically mostly cloudy just because the clouds are populating the sky, but the sun is going to cut right through that. So I'm going to call it mostly sunny for today. Weather temperature is still right around 90 degrees. As for any thunderstorm chances today, it's going to be over the North Cascades. Because of that, red flag warnings have been issued for Omak and westwards, so for the western half of Okanogan County from noon to midnight.
All right, if you are heading out on your morning commute, we're taking a live look right now at Trent Avenue in Hamilton. As you can see, not a lot of cars out on the road at 6:02 on this Friday morning, but of course we'll continue keeping an eye out on the traffic situation all morning long and let you know if anything changes. Yesterday, a Boise inmate accused of killing a man while on the run from prison faced a judge with a new high-profile attorney. Skylar Meade is now facing the death penalty, and he's being represented by the same attorney who's defending accused Moscow murderer Brian Kohberger. KREM 2's Shannon Mowdy traveled to Nez Perce County to learn more.
Skylar Meade's arraignment lasted less than 10 minutes, but this will be a huge case in Nez Perce County. Prosecutors are seeking the death penalty. Court records show Meade was indicted by a grand jury in Nez Perce County back in June for the first-degree murder of 83-year-old James Monty. Though homicides and death penalty cases are somewhat rare in this county, I did speak to prosecutor Justin Coleman, who handled a death penalty case just last year for a man accused of killing a woman and her son. That case ended in a plea agreement and life sentence. Coleman says Meade's attorneys, Rick Cudahy and a familiar face, Ann Taylor, are both certified to handle death penalty cases. And in another familiar move we saw in Taylor's defense of Brian Kohberger, Meade did not enter a plea.
To the charge of murder in the first degree, are you prepared to enter a plea at this time, or do you wish to have a delay in that plea?
Your Honor, he intends to stand silent.
Right. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
All right.
Judge Michelle Evans entered a not guilty plea for him. Meade will serve a life sentence for his prison escape in Ada County. A trial date has not been set, with Meade due back in court in September for a status update. In Lewiston, Shannon Mowdy, KREM 2 News.
In the meantime, a federal grand jury has indicted the dad that's accused of kidnapping his Pullman daughter and taking her to Mexico. They're also indicting his father as well. Aaron Ong is now in the Spokane County Jail for an international parental kidnapping charge. His father, James, is expected to be in court today. According to a federal criminal complaint, the FBI and Border Patrol found photos and video of Ong crossing the border on June 1st, 2 days after he was supposed to return his daughter to her mother. He was found there in Mexico along with his fiancée. At 6:04, let's take a look at your morning rush. More news in less time. The Spokane Fire Department is confirming more suspicious fires were set on the Spokane South Hill this week. 2 small fires were set behind the Ace Hardware store on Regal. These are photos from one of those fires. Another fire was set across the street in an empty field right next to the KREM 2 studio. Well, taking a live look right now at Silver Mountain, because on Saturday, the Silver Mountain Resort is hosting their annual Brew Fest. Tickets to the event include a gondola ride, entry to the event, of course, a tasting mug, and 6 drink tickets. Additional drink tickets can be purchased at the event. The tickets to get in are $44 in advance and $49 on the day of. To purchase tickets, you can head to the Silver Mountain website. Well, put on your dancing shoes because the summer dance market is returning. Event goers have the opportunity to watch and learn from experts in a variety of different styles. Tomorrow at 5 p.m. at Wall Street in downtown Spokane, you can learn how to do a variety of K-pop dances. In addition to the dancing, people can indulge in food, crafts, and local vendors. Next week, they'll be doing hip-hop lessons as well. Now, this event is free to attend, and that's a look at your morning rush. Well, this weekend, a community celebration is taking place in Spokane's East Central neighborhood. This morning, our Brandon T. Jones is joining us live from Underhill Park this morning with more on the event because, Brandon, kiddos are getting ready to head back to school. I can't believe it's already that time of year again.
Yeah, you know, Channing, it's kind of that bittersweet feeling, especially for those students getting ready to head back to school, maybe excited for a new year, but also that means the summer is slowly coming to an end. But before that comes to an end, a lot of exciting things are going to be happening this weekend here at Underhill Park. There's going to be free shoes, free backpacks, school supplies for students, and organizers of this event tell me it's all to instill confidence in these students and also just give them some tools to succeed as they get prepped for a new school year. Both the Way to Justice and the Spokane East Side Reunion Association work together to bring the event to life. And listen to this, over 1,200 students were served last year during the community celebration. This year, their goal is to double that. So far, so good. Right now, they have more than 4,000 shoes to distribute. Organizers are stocked up on backpacks, and they're doing all of this for free. All they ask is that you pre-register on their websites. You can do that at thewaytojustice.com or the Spokane Eastside Reunion Association.com.
We want to make sure that all of the kids are set up for success for the school year. And what better way to do that than making sure that they have not just really nice shoes, but they have backpacks and school supplies.
Also, during this celebration, there's going to be a bike raffle, free food and drinks, games, and much more. Again, this is all taking place right here at Underhill Park from 12 to 3:30 p.m. on Saturday, open to children's grades K through 12. They just have to be present to receive their gifts. But for now, reporting live in the East Central neighborhood, Brandon T. Jones, KREM 2 News.
All right, thank you, Brandon. That actually brings us to our wake-up call this morning. We're asking you, do you have any tips that you can share on how to save money while you're back to school shopping? Maybe you ask some friends for some hand-me-downs. Maybe you reuse certain supplies from the year before. Maybe you're like some of our viewers over here. One viewer saying that they love thrifting. There are lots of cute clothes and shoes available. Another person saying that we don't have kids, just dogs, and they just want dog cookies. So our back-to-school shopping is pretty easy. Yeah, that's pretty much mine too. Well, let us know how you save on your back-to-school shopping by texting us at 509-448-2000 or post to social media and use the hashtag #UpWithKREM. And a reminder this morning that the KREM Cares Tools to Schools is underway right now. You can donate at any area Office Depot. We're making it super easy for you this year. You can also text us the word schools to our number, 509-448-2000. We'll send you a link right to your phone. And from that link, you can then make a donation of any monetary value that you wish. No amount is too small or too large to help out these kiddos. We then, of course, use that money to get the kids whatever supplies they need, and it's so greatly needed this year. So again, that number is 509-448-2000. Well, this morning, the final preparations are being made at One Spokane Stadium for the Outlaw Music Festival. It's the first concert to be held there since its opening last September. Yesterday, our Brandon T. Jones was able to catch up with one of the organizers who talked about the newest addition to the Spokane concert scene.
So it's bringing us into a new realm of artists that we've never been able to have in Spokane before that could stop by and play.
The inaugural concert is kicking off tonight, featuring artists Willie Nelson, Bob Dylan, John Mellencamp, and Brittany Spencer. And this weekend, the Blue Waters Bluegrass Festival is happening in Medical Lake. The local band lineup brings fans from all over the Inland Northwest to the festival. Now, the festival takes place Friday, Saturday, and Sunday at Medical Lake Waterfront Park. Tickets range in price from $33 to $64.
The time is 6:09 as we take you to our outdoor weather center. A beautiful morning out here, pretty pleasant, though our temperature is decently mild, right around 60 to 70 degrees for most of the inland northwest. And quiet conditions, just some high level cloud cover just drifting past us. And we can confirm that overhead, just a few wispy cirrus clouds. Now I'm going to watch for this region of the inland northwest. I actually looked at, there are some thunderstorms that are to the east of Vancouver, British Columbia. Yeah, the northern Cascades will produce a few isolated or scattered thunderstorms today, but that doesn't really arrive to eastern Washington until tomorrow. So we'll enjoy another pretty nice day, just like yesterday, just like the day before, and our highs stay in the low 90s through this weekend. But coming up, we'll detail where those thunderstorm chances might be at their most likely for this Saturday. That's all in just a couple minutes.
Former President Donald Trump claims Vice President Kamala Harris failed the bar exam. In the next 4 minutes on Up with KREM, our Verified team explains why his comment is misleading.
If it is a generic situation with a number of these boxes being found to be less than they should, then it has to be addressed. There's no question about it.
Plus, in our next half hour, we hear from an aviation expert on how Boeing should address future problems while continuing to produce planes.